Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormy B Man, and I am back. Welcoming you to the Friday night chop session with Stormy B Man for this Friday, July 17th, 2026. This is number 224 in the series of chop sessions, and we're calling this one, Is There Anyone Who Will Step Up in Boxing? Yeah, because when we look around the landscape of the sport, we're finding that we've hit a rut, kind of like rock bottom, where you see the scum that's in the sport of boxing because the waters have receded, the swamp has been drained, and exposure be everywhere, huh? You can see it, you can smell the stench of corruption, disruption, and overall disappointment in the sport from a lot of your favorite who participate. And guess what? I haven't mentioned a sanctioning body head or a promoter yet. Yeah! So welcome everybody to this show. It's a pop-up stream, and I'm thankful to be here and thankful to have you join me. Listen, there's some things to talk about, aren't they? And things are looking murky. Not for those who could be considered elite, but however, there are some that you may have held the regard of being elite and have found things to be otherwise. Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit this evening as we come together. Yeah, man. It's frightful, ladies and gentlemen, frightful the way things are going in this sport. We are broadcasting across multiple channels, and there's a link pinned for us to get into the nitty and the gritty of the show. And in about 20 minutes, that's where you'll be asked to follow, to click on that link that has been pinned, where we can really go in on what we like to talk about for this evening's topics. There are fights on the horizon for tomorrow. There are news events that have come to light, and we have to go over a little bit of everything as we find it. I want to say salute to the brother Drew Titan LLC out there with a Rumble rant. Appreciate you, brother. He says, cook. I got my chef's hat on. Yeah, and my kitchen apron, because I'm ready. EJ out there with a Rumble rant as well, saying, for the chop session. And who's the next sucker getting that F+? Heavyweight. Shout out to the final boss, Rumble. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And over there on YT, we got people filing in. EJ's over there as well. The Netric Banner is over there. Dale Riv in the building as well, saying Stormy salute. And who else we got over here? Antonio MMA in the building. What's good with you? Chilltown is over there as well. Who else we got? You guys are saluting one another. T-Berry is back with us. 4-ounce sniper in the building. And everybody else is kind of saluting everyone. Over on Rumble, we got Jamal Davis in the building. Mr. Shelton out there saying, yo. Yes, sir. Smash the like button. Jamal Davis is saying salute, peace, and blessings. Right back at you, brother. And we got my brother 225 Boxing Talk out there saying salute, Stormy. Right back at you as well. And Jamal says the days of guys getting big paydays without fighting the best are over. Man, there's a lot that's going to be over, man. A lot. There's going to be some sore behinds in the sport of boxing. And it even more so for some of the fans, which is justice be served. Yes, it is. Jamal says everything is coming to light. You see Shakur getting exposed. Ryan is threatening to sue Devin. Shaking my head. These clowns are bad for boxing. Yeah, man. You might as well put on. Who is that? Is that the Stylistics or the Shy-Lights? I forget which one right now on the top of my head because I got so much going on. But they say, let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry. Step right on in, Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Yeah! Life is a 3-ring circus. Yeah! You guys get ready for tomorrow when Drew Titan and I do the Beats with Sugar, Blue Eyed Soul Volume 2. Yeah, we're going to cook. And I'm just warming things up a little bit right now. You dig? That's right. We got B-Mac out there as well saying salute Stormy B-Man. And ATX 41 Red says, what's popping? What's good with you all, man? Come on in. Smash that like button as you come into the building. Share the live. Make sure that you let people know it's going down, with Stormy B-Man. That's right, a rare appearance, because I ain't giving it up like I used to, because I'm old, and I'm in semi-retirement. Y'all don't appreciate it anyway. Want to push an old man on down the stairs. Yeah, I did a Patreon about that. With you criminal minds, you young folks out here not respecting your elders, but Stormy got a bamboo reed cane, right to go upside a skull or two. Yeah! You have to make them respect you. That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, as we get ready to get down into it, there's some news, There's some news in boxing. And you guys, you gotta respect when the truth just reveals, Salute to Convos with Cam out there saying salute Stormy family, peace and blessings to you always. Appreciate you, Convos with Cam. Appreciate all of you guys coming in here this evening and ladies coming in to show the support for Stormy B-Man. Listen, it's great to be able to talk about boxing when you have a little bit of background, when you have a little bit of understanding what it is. It's good. We got my man EJ is out there with that Cash App donation, man. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, it's been a little bit slow because I ain't been on the air, but I appreciate your support. You always are supporting me, EJ. Appreciate you. He says, Sensei, you were cooking on Patreon. I'm offended. For real, for real. Yes, sir. Hey, man, there's going to be more of that. There's going to be more of that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I had a couple people decide to unsub from the Patreons. Now I'm going to get to really cooking on there, and then they're going to be really mad, But they're going to miss it because guess what? You see what's happening in this game of boxing? That's where they want to be, swimming in the sewers, But Stormy B-Man got a raft, huh? And that raft is gonna get me the hell up out of them supers. Yeah. Getting up out of there. Integrity 12 is out there saying, over here too, Storms. Salute to the Rumble family. Hey, man, appreciate you. Appreciate your support. Yeah. But look at it. It's all around, man. Even when, you know, we do the nerds on culture thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like the movies, that Supergirl debacle, how they drove that down people's throats and people threw it up, huh? And they said, no, we don't want that crap. You see, and now they mad. The people in the industry, they mad. But hey, give the people what they want. Give the people what they gonna spend their money on. It goes as well in boxing, entertainment, music, movies, whatever. You know, we living in some times where they think that everybody is just dumb. But hey, man, that's why that Patreon is gonna be popping, huh? Jamal Davis says, oh, they unsubbed. The hell with them. We don't need them. Hey, man, there you go. There you go. Because see, I had expressed what was going on with me, right? I had said there was so much boxing. Remember, we were having solid fight cards several times a month, practically every week for the past few months. It's just now getting a little bit light, but toward the end of the year, it's getting ready to pick up again. But I had said, as soon as boxing slow up a little bit, you know, I would get a chance to get around to those Patreons. But the Patreons, you know, for the membership, whatever you pay over there, as you're still supporting me, because it's like, even if I'm not putting, you know, the content there, your support is still help driving and support my channel. Because guess what? If you're doing that, you don't have to be super chatting and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is diverse, but some people don't see it that way. You know, I'm supporting my brothers and sisters out here, and it's like, hey, even if I'm not able to send a super chat all the time or whatever, if I've signed up for a membership, or if I am able, I do what I can. You know what I'm saying? And those who know, they know exactly what I'm saying. You know, Jamal Davis says, right, you can't feed us real ones garbage. You better believe it, brother. You better believe it. So, yeah, but let's get into some of this boxing talk, huh? Because we got about another 5 minutes before we do that thing where we make that move, huh? Yeah. But let me tell you something, man. It's really funny out here, people. Did you hear the news that Maul Charlo is out of the fight over there in Australia because of visa issues, huh? Now, let me ask you something, family. Obtaining visas and things like that, if you're a professional fighter, you're supposed to have all of that together anyway, because you just don't know when you're going to get the call and you might have to travel. How many times have Stormy B-Man stated about these fighters who are very much inactive? I've talked about these guys needing to go abroad, get busy, go on the road, take your show on the road. You got a high ranking in the sport. When you go overseas into Europe and some of the Malaysian areas, countries, you could go over in the Eastern Bloc, you can go over into Canada. Listen, boxing is a worldwide sport. But if you really wanted to hone your craft, if you wanted to really show the world who you are, become familiarized when you travel like that. Get those visas in order. Don't wait till you've been selected for a card. And then, of course, at the last minute, you are struggling because visa issues, because the processing and all of that kind of stuff, it don't happen in 2 weeks, It don't happen in 7 days, So if you started that out earlier, you'd be all set to go. Plus, nations are changing things up a little bit with being able to travel, and they're cracking down on people. So, yeah. So according to Boxing News 24, the article just a few hours ago, it says Jamal Charlo's planned return later this month has fallen apart after the Australian government denied his visa, forcing him off the July 26 card in Sydney. No Limit Boxing confirmed the decision Friday evening, ending Charlo's scheduled super middleweight bout against Cohen Mazoudir on the undercard of Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu. The announcement follows a report earlier Friday from Dan Raphael that PBC and TGB officials did not expect Charlo to receive approval in time for the event because of issues related to his past legal history. Now, see there? No Limit Boxing has announced Jamal Charlo's visa has been denied. Due to the Australian government's decision to deny his visa, Charlo is unable to travel to Australia. Now, I'll tell you something, you guys. You see, remember all the foolishness that has followed him over the past few years? And I said, nobody's talking to these guys. Nobody is telling them, hey, get your act together or whatever, right? They're grown men, right? Or grown adolescents, to use that term that my brother Drew Titan likes to say, But look at you now, because you ain't got your act together. And I ain't talking about at this very moment. I'm talking about overall, because it affects you. So now maybe you are forced to really deal with your issues and clean that up, and maybe at a different time and date, you may be able to travel. But see, Australia is kind of funny anyway, because you see how they tried to do Devin when he had to go over there to face Kambosos. So they're kind of strict. All the nations aren't like that, but there are some places, there are hot spots. So, you gotta be responsible, man. You gotta be responsible. And that's kind of tough. You know what I mean? Charlo's inability to enter Australia is a significant setback after spending so much of the last several years on the sidelines. The former 2-division world champion has fought only twice since June 2021. He returned in November 2023 with a unanimous decision win over Jose Benavidez Jr. before stopping Thomas Lamana in 6 rounds on May 31st, 2025 in Vegas. Australia enforces strict character requirements for foreign visitors under Section 501 of the Migration Act, allowing visas to be refused or canceled for applicants who fail the government's character test. Charlo's recent legal issues, including his guilty plea in a Texas DWI case, were expected to complicate his application. No replacement opponent for Mazoudir has been announced. The main event between Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence remains scheduled to headline the July 26 PBC pay-per-view card in Sydney, available on Prime Video, pay-per-view, and DAZN. You see? Salute to Colombia out there. I see you out there. Jamal says, and time is running, so I don't know how long the Charlos will last. They haven't been active in a while. I don't care, to be perfectly honest. I don't care, you know? But this is the kind of thing that, you know, I talk about character all the time, don't I? So here we are, you know? But as we get ready to make our migration, yeah, you guys enjoy this little bit of an interlude as we get ready to do our thing.